Oh, hey guys. So, I'm gonna deal with the truck idling again, a little bit of wobble. Because, well, it's 100 over here in Memphis. At like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It says a heat warning, right? And, I need the airflow if I'm gonna sit up front and record. I guess I could kind of turn it down a little bit. And the APU struggles a little bit when it's over triple digits. And the cat says yes. Alright, so to add on another remark to the somehow making 5K profit off like a little under 3,100 miles in a week makes me an idiot, but okay. That's what I'm saying. People don't understand averages. That 1 week could pay myself salary, and then the rest of the week could be all profit for the truck. I could make fucking 5K between 3 weeks profit and still make more money in those 4 weeks than I had done since January, cat. Come on. Since January, when I made like 37K gross. Which, by the way, the numbers that I put out here are my cut. So, the $1,500 cash on hand, that's different, right? So you pretty much add on another $800. It was like $770 is what off that other part of that trip that week, you know, the big trip that was taken from me. Like almost $9 fucking grand. Like that's just under $3 a mile. Like somehow, that's what I'm saying. You can do everything great, and somehow you're still in the wrong. Like, oh, I could have done better. Then fucking do it. Put the evidence on YouTube. Don't just cherry pick. All my fucking trips, man, I post on here. The good and the bad, right? I don't fucking hide anything. Like, here we go, okay? This week, I did 3 trips. The first trip got me through the house at a lower rate. Like I said, I have no problem sacrificing the swing through the house. I went home for like 17 hours. Somehow people are gonna find a problem with that, even though I live in the middle of no man's land. But 3,040 miles, okay? And between all 3 trips, I made 202. Add in the cut that was taken from me, it's like 230. So, like I said, people are somehow gonna find a problem with this, all because, oh my God, you didn't run over $2 a mile every single load. Oh my God, you're taking cheap loads. Newsflash, that is a fucking spot market right now. You're gonna sit for weeks or days if you're trying to get every load to be 240, 250 miles. And no, short hauls don't fucking count. Short haul pays little bills. If equipment's paid off, that's fine. But even if you do short hauls, there's always some sacrifice, right? I do short haul day runs all the time in Texas. When I do that, I do loops inside of there, right? And you know what? It equals a 5 to 6K gross at max. You're not hitting 7, you're not hitting 8, you're not hitting 9, and it still does not pay anywhere near the amount that I make sacrificing the rate to have more gross. I got 7.6 MPG. I've been making a hard effort to get better MPG pretty much since middle of May. I don't remember exactly when I said I was going to do a full month running 6.5 or 65 miles an hour. I actually enjoy it. I got 9 MPG on the trips because I was 10,000 pounds. So 7.6. And I overfilled by 100 gallons on those 3,000 miles because of that MPG. But also, even if I overfuel on this 1 week, it just means next week, which could or could not be better, I don't have to pay for fuel then. Average. Simple math. Having a fuel efficient truck helps, right? Now, if I had a hood truck, no, I couldn't run up these numbers. But spoiler, does this look like a fucking hood truck to you? Alright, let's get into it. So, Filer, Idaho to Springwood, Illinois, okay? Yeah, there was a little bit of deadhead on this. It was 236 mile deadhead, okay? Whatever. Salt Lake City, I wanted to go through the house. I kind of needed to go through the house. And find a load going over $3,000 gross to go to the Midwest, like I like to go. So, Ultimate Filer, which is Twin Falls pretty much, they had this load posted for $3,000. I asked for $35,000, which was the market, almost top of the market at this point, because this was on the August 9th. Yeah, by the way, rates since middle of July dropped and still haven't climbed up yet. And it probably won't for like another week or two, possibly the first week of September. Especially Labor Day coming up. Most likely it won't be until like the end of the month. So I got for $3,400. So it's not like I just take, oh look, $3,000 for this fucking 1,800 mile load. Let's do it. No. I do try to get as much money as I can. That's over 10% more. General rule of thumb is you're only getting 5 to 15%, and most of the time is 10 to 15%, maybe 20. You're not getting any fucking more. And if you are, there's some bullshit with the load. For example, a load I booked for my other driver, right? It's 2,000 miles. Picks up tomorrow. Would have delivered Wednesday in Portland, okay? Granted, the rule is you're going west, so you're going to have to sacrifice. But it's 3 drops. Denver and 2 in Portland. Finalizes early morning Wednesday. I asked for $600 above that laying rate, and I would have got it. Somebody else took it cheaper. $5,300 is what I asked for. That lane was only paying $4,600 at most. So it's not like I'm like, oh yeah, just give me it for fucking $4K. You know, no, I do ask for fucking money. But spoiler alert, everybody's got to make a profit. Everybody. It's not my only hands trying to grab and get in the pot. So it's just because you can't understand math and how business is more than just miles, rate per mile, gross, isn't my fault. Okay? Like I said, if I fucking end up bankrupt or fucking fail, great. I'll end up like, 60% of the other owner ops in the first 3 years? Alright, so let's get back into it. Okay, so $3,400. My cut was $29.92. Deadhead $236. Loaded $1,572. Total $1,808 for $1.65. And guess what? I was extremely profitable that rate. And you know what? That was also $600 more than I got out of Salt Lake City, going anywhere near the direction I needed to go that got me through the house. And you gotta love that people who call me a moron or an idiot for doing shit like this. You go through the house. Yet, these would be the same people bitching immediately if they're held up for like a minute past like 2 hours or 3 hours, whatever the detention time is, at a warehouse. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Whoop-de-do. It ain't killing me, so what's the matter to you? Latitude Farms. Frick. That's the only truck there. I don't... Oh, but it did pick it what, Saturday? Yeah, I think it was Saturday when it picked up. The only truck there though. I slept there too. Nice, quiet, out in the field, middle of nowhere. Going to Fresh Express in, well, Chicago, but Shrimwood. Yeah, if you're going there, it seems like they schedule all deliveries at 5 a.m. morning. And they called me 4.5 hours after my appointment time. To put me in a dock. But then I got unloaded really fast. And the broker was a DeGroot 34 degree continuous, 31,000 pounds. And I got 6.8 MPG going from Twin Falls. And if you guys are familiar with Wyoming, I took 30 over, and then went over South Pass. Because like I said, I live in the middle of Wyoming. And there was a lot of crosswinds coming in at that point. And I'm decently heavy. Not heavy, but decently heavy. With that wind, heavy enough where it matters. Then I got over 8 once I hit Nebraska, so. Load wasn't too bad. But then I got lucky. This load, next load, banger, okay? 10 miles away. Picking up in Schaumburg, Illinois, going to Pearl River, Louisiana. This was a gamble too, because Pearl River generally Louisiana. Generally, I only go down to Louisiana if I'm looking for a day run over to Texas. That's it. Because I can get about a easy 12 to 1500 for 300 to 500 miles. That's the only time I'm ever going down there is if I'm trying to fucking do a day run and finish my week, but by going to Texas. And this was actually a great load. A reason why? They missed their appointment. Well, okay, they missed their appointment. By the time I booked it, the pickup was in 30 minutes, and they already assumed that they were gonna miss the appointment. And when I got over there, I had barely just missed the pickup time. I showed up there for like 11:30 for 1100 appointment. So, but they had it for $2,600. I didn't even ask for more, because you know what? It paid like $279 a mile without, without an extra. Yeah, I probably could have gotten extra, but nah. So my cut was $22.88. Yeah, 12%. By the way, like I said, I lose 12%. I made $7K gross this week before my cut. So obviously I know something here. I only had one bad week in between these 3 weeks, and that was, well, let's see, getting out of Florida, and most of that was because I didn't plan on having 2 extra days of downtime getting shit fixed on the truck or trailer, which somehow that video's not getting attention. Surprising. I still can't get over the fact that I ran 3,100 miles, almost, just under 3,100 miles from NorCal to Miami, or a little over 31. It's 500 miles from Sacramento down to SoCal on that, and then it was like 2,600 to go east. So 31. Let's just say 31. And if you add in the cut that's taken away, $9,000, and somehow that's still wrong. Okay. All right. Anyways, back to this load. Deadhead 10 miles, loaded 949, total 959. My cut 238. Yeah, this load, I like this load. This was a really light load, frozen bread. It was picked up at Gonella. I don't know the place. I'm going to Associated Grocers, and I didn't have a fucking lumper. Love it. When you don't have a lumper and you're going to these lumper places, it makes it so much easier. Now, granted, I was still there for like 2.5 hours. That's better than the 4 to 6 you could plan on, especially a place like this. Broker was H.E. Smedging? I don't fucking know how you pronounce that word. I don't know. I think I'm only doing one load for them. -10s, and it was 13,000 pounds. And I ran a start stop. Not like that mattered. When it's fucking above 90, it's gonna run all the time. Honestly, I should have ran this continuous. Probably would have burned less fuel. Now, this technically is third load still on me, okay? The third load still on me, but I'm at the place. Like, the car's in the background for the delivery. I'm sleeping here pretty much. My appointment's tomorrow, because this week was from the 9th to the 16th, and today is the 15th. So, found a load, 33 miles away, New Orleans, right? Or New Orleans, going to Memphis. And this is a gamble, but we'll see how it works out. I don't know yet, because this is until tomorrow afternoon delivery, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to check in tomorrow morning, see if they'll unload me early. If not, maybe get lucky with an afternoon reload. If not, looking at Saturday reloads, and who knows at that point. Because also, weekend loads means you're going to take a rate cut most of the time. Alright, but so this load was $1,000. It was big old tubs pretty much of chemicals. Yeah, I definitely felt the sloshing around on this load coming back up here. But my cut was $880. Loaded was $391. Total $424 for $207 a mile. It was TCI going to Nicky. It's pretty much a railroad transfer is all this is. It seems like BASF to BASF. I don't know. Paperwork says railroad to railroad, but these guys seem to make something. I don't know. Brookroads Landstar. This is one of the hottest hills I've ever ran, though. 77 degrees continuous. Now, the rest of that one is triple digits. You're not really going to burn too much fuel. But, yeah. Also, this is also the one of those weirdest ones. I don't know where these chemicals came from, because my bills say Celsius on them. And it's been a while since I had to convert Celsius, so I had to fucking use Google, good old Google, to convert that shit. Because 25 degrees Celsius. I was like, huh, okay. Now, this is why I said there's more than just averages, right? Because $1.65 to $2.39 to, what is it, 202? Or 207? And if you add the miles and the trips and everything, I made 202 on all miles, 207, something like that. I did the math already, forgot the top of my head. But I'm pretty sure if I add the 3 rates per miles, like add it together, and then I divide them, right? Divide by 3, you know, the 165, 239, and then whatever the last one is, divide by 3. It's probably gonna be higher than what a rate per mile is for all miles. But I don't know. We're gonna see. I have no idea what I want to do. I'm gonna get back up. No, because by the way, I am trying to go through the house more, so I had no problem keeping our sacrifice a little bit on the rate, keeping gross up, because where I like to be up, the gross is gonna be a little higher up. Which, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not making as much money, and would I make more money with a higher rate per mile? Yes. But profit's profit at a certain point. I mean, either way, my pay is not changing. I'm still paying myself the same, right? So really, all the trucks get an extra profit, and it doesn't matter. As long as they're putting a good amount aside every week, I'm happy. I'm comfortable, and that's all that really matters. Is the truck taken care of? Yes. Am I happy? Yes. Do I have to worry about things? No. Do I get to go through the house once or twice a week? Okay. Is that an extra benefit? Is that worth sacrificing for? If I lived in a higher fucking, like, if I lived in, like, Wisconsin, for example, would I be sacrificing to do day runs to stay around to do giant loops? Probably. But there'd be a lot more freight. There's not a lot of options going through my state. Especially in the winter. But at least in the winter, though, I have to also sacrifice and make a judgment call whether am I going to get snowed in, or do I need to loop around my state and try again for next week or next time. But also the rates go up. I don't know why my phone dimmed. I don't know. Like if you add all 3 together, the last 3 weeks, I've still made over 6K gross every single week. Last week should have been a bit higher, but I wasn't planning on losing 2 days. Really, this goes to 3 days. I should have had Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, all 3 of those full days. But also, like I said, last time I went to Florida, I take $1. I usually just take $1, whatever I can to get out, because revenue is revenue. But I said, fuck it, I'm gonna try what people suggested and deadhead out. Got a truck out of 10 APG, 1,400 miles, so it's 140 gallons really, but most of the fuel was already in the truck. I didn't fill up, by the way, on that. It's all damn near San Antonio. Just well, actually, I stopped earlier in, was it Bernardo? That's where I got fuel. So the fuel like went all the way into Miami and all the way out. Got me all the way between Houston and Texas, San Antonio. And so I guess I really got 2 hours east of San Antonio before I needed fuel. It's what, only 200 miles. You okay, Kat? Okay. I was gonna burn that fuel either way, but you know what I wasn't gonna do is get 10 APG while burning that fuel. Unless I was really fucking light, but even there, with a 13,000 pound load, I only got 9. Like right now, I'm down for the week with 107 gallons in the truck on the gauge, but really this truck still has extra 50 gallons in there because I had 250 gallons of fuel, and if I fill up the low fuel light on, which is 25 gallons, is what it says, right? there's still 70 gallons in the truck. It says right now, I go 780 miles, but that's with me idling a little bit. So, the fuel that's in the truck is gonna get me through, well, if I get a load tomorrow, if not, it's gonna get me through damn the weekend. You can't just focus on this 1 week. Because I can easily rack up in a single week a high gross amount, right? Easily. I've done it plenty of times before. I hit. Fuck, I hit 11.5. When's the last time you guys did 11.5 in 1 week? I just did that this winter. In January, matter of fact. Now, granted, everything lined up perfectly. But honestly, I shouldn't have done that anyways, because you know what happened? I broke my loop. Because that's when I was running potatoes, and I got out of my loop to go over to the East Coast, helping out a broker who tried for like a week and couldn't cover that load. He was trying for a week, couldn't cover the load, and I've been running loads around me. He's like, can you do me a favor and pull this? And he went from what did he say? He went from 6K up to 8K, I believe is what he did on the rate. I mean, fuck, still people weren't even touching it even at 7,500. I was like, holy shit. But I took it. That was a great week. If I did that in this truck, piece of fucking cake. Now, could that 5K profit been more? Yeah, if I had my own trailer. Because then I can kind of, like I said, move expenses around, or maybe it's not about financing, because you don't need to make a payment every week, alright? But you can also make a payment every week, make it easier on yourself, you know, who knows? But instead of paying the amount of money I am on this trailer, I could have easily not paid it on the trailer. There's another, you know, however much money. Also lost a little bit of money on that win, though. That win kind of fucking sucked. But hey, I mean, would anybody be bitching if all of a sudden you go from the 8K up to the 7K here, and then instead of like 3K last week, I made 6K, 5K? There's almost 20,000 in 3 weeks. You know? Well, it is 20,000, but whatever. People be bitching? Probably. Even though I was already making more money than I'd recently been doing. But I like how people just ignore like seasonal peaks. Like, you can't just ignore seasonal freight, is what I meant. It was July and August usually fucking suck. After the 4th, that shit fucking plummets and doesn't go back up to the end of August. Why is it I'm learning things in the down market, and I'm researching things, pay attention to trends and what I need to do. But people act like what you ran last week, you always have to do. There's no variance, there's nothing. If you're not making 7 to 9K every week, you're just an idiot. Well, go do it then. Show me how it's done. Go do it. Do it consistently for a full year, 4 months, whatever. Go do it. Post that shit on YouTube. You want to call somebody else a moron, you want to call question intelligence, and do it yourself. But honestly, it seems more like either you failed at doing it, you just want to fucking insult, because all it was insult. There was no, hey, have you ever thought about doing it this way? Have you ever thought about this? No, it was just, you're a moron. Cool. Spoiler, I'm not the only one having to fucking run these rates. Just today, a big company, A&A Express, right, had a terminal in South Dakota. 100 drivers just got laid off. Don't you think their trucks are fuel efficient? Because you don't get to that size without having efficiency somewhere, right? So it's not like I'm the only one fucking running this and it's all my doing. You know, I'm just giving them free money. No, everybody's got to fucking run like this. Because It's not as simple as just sit, don't take the freight. No. Because you go do it. See how long you're going to sit. Go ahead. Go see how long before you get your magical fucking number that you need to make. Right? And also, like I said, I'm paying myself a salary. The truck gets the rest. I would really hate to see a reaction if I'm telling you I'm making company pay, like entry-level company pay. But, you know what's nice? It's not just my income in my house. Now, I'm 60% more income, but, no. Like I said, not everybody's situation is the same. A hood truck can't do what I'm doing, but a hood truck is paid off can do what I'm doing. Maybe not happily. But you also, like I keep fucking saying, if you're not making revenue, you're not paying bills regardless. You can't go negative by making, well, you can go okay, you can't expect to make any profit by being negative. So am I always gonna deadhead at areas? No, I tried it. It's more like a once in a while thing. But I wasn't gonna run at 80 fucking cents, $1.30. Now, would I run that if I knew if it was running me to something that was already set up and that paid great? Yeah, I did that last fucking summer. You know what happens? I made 5K that week. Next week I got 8K. It still averages out. Averages are more, you can't just ignore averages. You can't. But not like I'm ever gonna convince you guys, because it's more fun and simple just to watch one video, know nothing about the situation or even who I am, and go, you're an idiot. On top of spelling all the words wrong. But you know, I'm the idiot. Yeah, right. I may sound dumb, I may look stupid, but looks and one's ability to speak does not make them stupid. Well, there's a reason why there's a lot of miserable drivers out here. I mean, just run until you lose your wife and kids, I guess. Hey, what do I know? You guys stay safe out there. Catch you next time. Bye.